Hi everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Stephanie and welcome if this is your first visit. I hope you enjoy this week's reading. So we're going to do a weekly forecast for the week of March 14th through March 20th, 2021. Kind of sticking with the format we've used for the past couple weeks, which is just a card a day to give us an overview for the coming week. So this week we will be using the Oracle of the Unicorns. So it's going to be our daily guidance. So this is going to be Sunday the 14th through Saturday the 20th of March 2021. Though if you do come across this reading outside that time frame and it resonates for you or the guidance feels applicable to you at that time period, then use it whenever you come across it. And then we're going to do kind of a bonus overarching energy for the week or a theme for the week from the Spirit Animal Oracle. So what animal energy can we work with for the entire week? So let's go ahead and do our Spirit Animal Energy card. And we've been, for the past couple weeks, kind of in an energy of movement forward, finally. It feels like there was a lot of stagnation in the collective, a kind of all of us just for a year or so just kind of holding our breath. And while there haven't been maybe some people wish change was happening more quickly as far as restrictions being lifted and that sort of thing. I feel like there has been a huge shift in the collective energy as far as a lightening of it and movement forward. So the past couple weeks have really reflected that since we've started doing the weekly energetic forecast type readings about creation and movement forward and manifesting the things we want. So if you want to kind of focus on anything you've been working on an ongoing basis, or maybe a new project you'd like to get off the ground, or just a new energy you want to bring into your life, it may be a good time to focus on that. We have the new moon, which is all about creation and manifestation, just yesterday. So we're still in that energy about 3 days before and after it. So still very much in the energy of manifestation and creation. But we've been in that just overall for the month of March. So let's see what animal comes out to reflect that. See if it does reflect that. So the animal that pops out for us right now is... oh, it's Grasshopper Spirit. I love it. That's perfect. Grasshopper Spirit, I love the animals in this deck. That's why I laugh. They're so cute. This is the number 30 card. And Grasshopper Spirit says, take a leap of faith. Jump forward with confidence. Take a risk. Dream your big dream. We've been talking about that a lot in the past couple weeks. Grasshopper says, you know, there's upward movement and there's forward movement. There's no backward. Have you ever seen a grasshopper go backward? I don't think it's possible with their physiology. So grasshopper only goes forward and in an upward movement. So that's what the energy is that we're still in, that same energy that we've been in for all of March so far. But grasshopper really saying, again, reiterating what we've been hearing, that we may not be able to see the end of the path yet. We may not be able to see the light at the end of the tunnel. We may not be able to see the end result or where we're headed, but take a leap of faith. If you have your big dream, follow it. Even take small incremental hops toward it this week. But dream your big dream. It's okay to do that. You are worthy of living that life. And Grasshopper says, do it with confidence. Jump forward. Even if they're tiny little jumps, jump forward. Take your leap of faith because the only way is forward. That's Grasshopper's big message this week, is the only way is forward. Can't go back. The only way is forward. So that's your sort of overall energy for the week, is forward movement. The only way is forward. And do it with confidence. Okay, so let's start with the Oracle of the Unicorns, and I'm going to go ahead and draw all of the cards out, and then we will talk about those one by one. So for those of you who tuned in last week, you may know that I had an issue with some alarms going off on the computer, and I'm using a different computer this week. My phone is completely shut off. I have no idea where that's coming from, and I really apologize. I will work on finding that. I'm sure it'll happen again momentarily because whatever it is will remind me that I didn't answer it. So apologies in advance. Okay. Nope, I was just making sure there was nothing turned on. There's not, but it's very persistent. Okay, so we have our Oracle of the Unicorn cards. And just starting with the energy for Sunday, March 14th, we get the Friendship card, which I really like. This did come out in a way, I believe, last week as far as helpful people. I think that was mentioned a couple times. Cooperation, maybe new people coming into our experience based on what it is we're wanting to create. This says, seek out your soul family, surround yourself with positive people, spend more time socializing, which again has been very difficult for more than the past year with all the restrictions that are in place due to the pandemic. And that's pretty much worldwide. No matter where you live, there's been some sort of restrictions. So things are starting to open back up slowly, at least here in the US. Not fully, not quickly, but slowly. So this saying, maybe you do feel comfortable at this point going out to lunch with a friend or going for a walk with a friend, that sort of thing. It's reconnecting with people. If people are reaching out to you, make sure that you're taking a second. I think a lot of us have gotten into that mode, especially those that are in healthcare fields or maybe education fields where things have been really restricted. Work in restaurants, that sort of thing, where you're hyper aware of all of the restrictions. We've gotten into that mode of saying no. And almost, I don't know if anyone else has noticed, but if you watch movies that were produced before or TV shows that were produced before the pandemic and people hug or there's a big group party, it's almost like, they can't do that. And so we've got to get back into the mindset of relaxing a little bit. The restrictions, I'm sure, will still go on for a bit, but and everybody's awareness has changed. But it's time for most of us to start allowing our thinking to loosen up a little bit. And so, if somebody does call and say, hey, do you want to go for a walk? And you've really been self-isolating for the past year, maybe going, yeah, okay. I feel safe enough to do that now. So kind of at least the message I'm getting for this week is at least giving things a thought before saying no to those, because that's how you're going to end up with this cooperation. That's how you're going to end up with this friendship. That's going to how you're going to end up with these helpful people that you need to keep this creative wheel spinning. That's how they're going to come into your reality. So Monday, focusing on the Friendship card and surrounding yourself with positive people. Or Sunday the 14th. So that's your energy to start the week, Sunday the 14th. And then Monday, the 15th, is the Prosperity card. So, we talk a lot about prosperity and what it is exactly, because a lot of people think of prosperity as just financial abundance, and it's not. It can be prosperity in the area of friendship or helpful people or creative ideas or business partners or a flow of money or a flow of extra time, that sort of thing. So maybe it dings every time it's something we're supposed to pay attention to. Let's go with that. So Monday, the 15th, the Prosperity card says, let go of worry, let go of impatience, let go of control, because those things can block the flow of true prosperity. True prosperity comes when we are tuned in to the bigger energy, the energy of spirit, the guidance of the universe, the divine, however you want to refer to it. That's when our true prosperity and true abundance are able to come in. And again, we're still in the energy of that new moon, which has a lot to do with creation and manifestation and movement of energy. So still in that on Monday, and Monday saying a gift of money is on the way. Your income is increasing. Manage your finances with love. And so again, it's not always about money. It can be, and for many people, there's been a decrease in that. So it may be that people are getting back to work, or there's been an uptick in financial abundance. There are supposed to be some stimulus checks coming out for those in the US, so it could be actual financial monetary abundance this week. Watch for that on Monday. But it also could be an abundance of gifts from the universe, gifts from spirit, gifts that are flowing to you in many different forms. So also be aware of that and in gratitude for it, and recognize these things when they come to you, because that's how you keep that wheel spinning and get more of the energy you want. So our energy for Monday is the prosperity energy. And then Tuesday, the 16th, is going to be the energy of intention, which we were just kind of talking about with letting go of worry or impatience and knowing things are flowing to you. This says be clear and decisive. Focus on what you really want. Be bold with your requests to the universe. So this card on Tuesday is all about you being the creator of your own reality, which we've been talking about quite a bit lately, but always focusing things in the positive. That is how they flow to you, not saying, I don't want this, but saying, I am thankful for this. So being really clear with your intentions, and that's what this says, be clear and decisive. So if something comes up on Tuesday and you're kind of like, yeah, do I want that? Do I not want that? Make sure what it is, that you're not focusing on the bits that you don't want, that you're only focusing on the things that you do want to draw more of into your reality, because you really, really are the creator of your own reality. So this, just a reminder of that on Tuesday. Clear intentions. So then Wednesday is the 17th of March, and oh, funny, it's the flow card. So this says, find an easier path forward, surrender the outcome, release your expectations. So very much right along with all of the energy we've had so far, and for the month of March in general. This card reminds us that it is not easy to swim upstream. It is not easy to go against the tide or the current, let go, relax. You will end up the same place in the end many times. It's always like, the people that try to pass you on the interstate when you can see that it goes down to one lane ahead, and, they might pass 100 people and make all of them upset. And then they get stopped at the end and nobody lets them back in because they didn't get anywhere any faster. You didn't make any more progress. You ended up the same place, but they were stressed out. They made everybody else stressed out. And you ended up the same place, just in a worse mood. And much more stressed out and worried. So this is a reminder that says you end up the same place in the end. If your intentions are clear and you know what you're working on, and that's the big guidance for this week. If your intentions are clear and you know what you're working on, then let go of the outcome, and get into the energy of flow. Because if you're working too hard at it, and we do obviously have to take action steps toward goals, it's not about sitting back and going, why isn't this being handed to me? It's about recognizing the things that are put into our reality that put us on the path toward our goals. So helpful people, financial resources, that sort of thing. You might get an email from somebody that wants to help. You might get an offer from a bank on a loan that is appealing to you. Whatever it is, take advantage of those resources and use your intuitive discernment to know what is and is not right for you. That's about intention, and that's about intuition. So the flow says, don't fight against it. If something is very difficult, then it's not right. Let it go. Something better will come into your reality when you have made your intentions clear. So by Wednesday, really being in the energy of flow and surrendering the outcome. That's the big energy for Wednesday, saying, okay, my intentions are clear. I have put them out there. I have them dialed in. I know exactly what I want, and I've made it clear. So I just trust that the outcome will work out for me. And I will get there in the end by relaxing. I will end up the same spot with much less worry and anxiety and stress. So the energy of flow for Wednesday. And then Thursday, the 18th of March, it's intuition. So these are all very much related. And intuition says go within, connect with your higher self, that discernment, that guidance that I just mentioned, using your intuition. It says listen to the whispers of your heart, use divination tools to help you decide, trust your intuition no matter what. So, are you on the fence about something? Are you saying, should I go this way or this way? I set my intentions, I made them clear. I'm in the energy of flow, and being in the energy of flow really does allow you to connect with your higher self and your intuition. And our higher self is that portion of us that stays in soul form on the other side in the etheric realms while we come into a physical body. And in times of stillness and through meditation, we have the ability to connect with the guidance that's available to us from the higher perspective of our higher self. So know that that's available to you. It's not available to you if your mind is filled with chatter and you're not clear on what you want. So getting clear, getting still, and knowing when you're connecting with that guidance will allow that intuitive energy to come in. So setting your intentions, being clear, being in the energy of flow, releasing the outcome, and then trusting your intuition is where you're at by Thursday. And then Friday, let's see what comes in for the energy of Friday after we've relaxed, let go of the outcome, trusting our intuition. By Friday, the 19th of March, we are in the energy of expansion. So this is perfect. It says, spread your wings and soar, share your message, shine your light, show the world what you're made of. So we're back again to that big grasshopper energy, that big energy of the big dream. Share with the world what you're made of, show the world what you're made of. So expansion says you are enough, you are more than enough. It also says if you make others uncomfortable and you feel like, and I know this isn't a word, I think I've mentioned this before, but if you feel like you have to smallerize yourself um, or throw yourself under the bus or make yourself look worse to make others feel better, then it may be time to examine those relationships and let go of them or minimize the contact you have with those people. So expansion says it's time for you to be big. It's time for you to live your big dreams. You don't have to tell everybody about them. You can keep them close to your heart. That's fine. But it's time for you to work on them. It's time for you to spread your wings and soar. It's time for you to be comfortable speaking your truth and sharing your message. And it's time for you to show the world that. So if there are people who belittle you, laugh at you, say you can't do that, or that you have to smallerize yourself around because they feel bad about themselves and you don't want to be too good or great or big around them, then really rethink those relationships. And that goes back, that's a nod to that friendship card at the beginning of the week. While this is normally supportive relationships that come in, it can also be an indication to re-examine friendships that are not serving you or relationships of any kind that are not serving you. So making sure by Friday that you are in the energy of expansion and surrounding yourself with people who are supportive of you. And then back around to the end of the week on Saturday, where are we? This is Saturday, the 20th of March. It's gentleness. So it says, be kind to yourself and others, honor your gentleness, speak words of love. So I think that's a great way to round out the week and end it, is just on Saturday, a time to relax, a time to kind of assess the things we've gone through during the week, assess what we've learned. Kind of get our ducks in a row for the following week, but do it through an energy of kindness and gentleness and support. And loving kindness first to ourselves and giving ourselves grace for anything we may feel that we didn't do quite right during the week, because there's always time to get into the energy of flow and let those things go so that you can move into better alignment with the things you do want to do differently next time. So relax by Saturday. I think we're still in that energy of creation, but it's more of an energy of really getting it dialed in so that things can start coming to us. So that is our energy for March 14th to 20th, 2021. I hope you will join me again next week.